Mm. Hey, what's good, everybody? This is the Hoodie Tarot here. Um, First of all, off top, I just want to wish everybody a very happy day. You know what I'm saying? I know this is the Gregorian calendar, Roman calendar New Year, but uh, you know, I don't get caught up in the hype of New Year's like I used to. Um, I know that there's a lot to um, say in regards to the calendar year, which is in 2020. But and I just got off this rant in Instagram. I think that it's important to in terms of years and minutes and months and days, to not really get caught up in um, those measurements of time. Um, Simply because being present in the moment is very important, and while time is a great tool for measurement and planning, um, I think we all have a unique challenge as humans in this day and age to remain and live in the present, which calls for us to do a lot less worrying about the past, so to speak, and to, well, yes, remain optimistic about the future, so to speak, to really pay attention to the present moment. That being said, I just pulled a card for Instagram just to speak on some certain things. But before I get into this, I just want to say thank you to all my followers, getting the numbers up surely, and I'm really grateful for those of you who have subscribed. Those of you who have been back to when I first started this channel about almost 2 years back, and then I took a little break, and then I got back at it. But I also wanted to let you know that y'all are about to get hit over the head with a lot of content. So thank you for being patient, and thank you for supporting me. Um, and for those of you who have already got a reading with me, um, if you are interested, go ahead and check out thehoodietarot.com. And I have a service which is called the Year Ahead Outlook reading. And so that's a reading where I do um, a drawing of a card, or actually, it ends up being a couple cards for each month. And we talk about what to expect for the following year. We talk about the wins, we talk about the gains, we talk about the lessons, we talk about the blessings, we talk about it all. And it ends up being about an hour, a little bit over an hour for some. But with much gratitude, I think it's a wonderful service. And so, if you are so kind to leave me a Yelp review or a Google review, again, if you've received one of my services before, then I'd be glad to take 50% off for you. That's my deal going on, and I'll keep. That's gonna just stay like that until I don't even know. But we're just gonna keep it like that. You know what I mean? For a little bit. So want to put that out there. So in any case, let me go ahead and pull a card. So I just pulled a card for Instagram, which was the Nine of Cups. YouTube is a different crowd. I have different folks on here. So I'd like to pull a different card for y'all and speak on it. Excuse me, my table is low. All right, there we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So the Seven of Pentacles. So we'll say this card is for today, but we'll also talk about the month as well. So the Seven of Pentacles is about vision, waiting for something to grow, and so it does. Require some patience. In terms of expansion, right? In terms of growth, and in terms of having something that you nurture and you bring into fruition through work and through diligence, through caring, through planning, and so forth, right? Um, and so, you know, in regards to this new year that we're in, where still there's so much, in terms of what is to be, um, what is to be seen in terms of how the world and the country is dealing with COVID, and what is to be our reality, what is going on with our monies, our turn, and our form of currency, how our forms of currency are changing. You know, this is a time, and you might feel inspired today to recognize where there can be, simply in plain, excuse me, simple and plain. Um, you can get hints of the notion of what you want to grow. It is January, right? And we are into this new year. And so, in terms of like your vision for how you want this year to look like, what can we take away from the calendar year that was 2020? Now, 2020 was a year, two plus two is four, four is a number of balance. And so, balance doesn't come without a lot of readjusting and uh, reevaluation, right? And so we're at 2020 may have looked like a lot of blocks that may have even seemed tumultuous and even almost constricting, right? Because again, certain freedoms and certain things we couldn't do anymore, like how we used to. And so that doesn't happen without the universe supporting it through some sort of a way. So the support that I'm talking about is what is that whatever was removed from your life, um, whatever gift you got in terms of balance through subtraction or addition of whatever people, place, things, money, resource, relocation, excuse me. Um, you know, then now here we are coming into a vibrational 5 year in this calendar. Five is a vibrational number of change. And I was just having a conversation last night, and I felt the need to say, change is always good. And I know that's like general, but the reality is when we look at change, when change occurs, it's not even, we can't even say it's for the worse, because what change does is change promotes growth. And growth isn't always the most comfortable thing, right? We've all are familiar with the phrase growing pains. Um, but nonetheless, change is not always a force that has to be reckoned with. It's not always something that we need to adapt to. We can actually tap into our alchemical powers in terms of adaptation and flowing and moving or going with the flow in terms of change. And then, we could also adopt the role of initiator when it comes to change, right? Because here's the thing, like if stagnancy is not a good thing. We all want more, we all have a vision, right? So what does your vision call for this year? And what forms of change does it call for, in terms of like habits, and in terms of, this is Capricorn season, right? So in terms of your structure and how you used to go about building structures, and where you can change certain practices, certain beliefs, methods, right? Methodical approaches, and also things you can leave behind, right? And while I'm not big on New Year's resolution, I am a believer in numbers, right? And so I don't believe that we can go into, the same, unit of time with the same frame of mind. We can't I can't, going into January, I'm going in with one mindset, right? But all the lessons I get from January is going to make sure that I adapt and grow and have a redeveloped new mindset for February and so forth, right? And it's the same thing with numbers, 2020 mindset, as optimistic as I was and went through it, while not knowing what to expect, and then bringing in like these new lessons or whatnot, new perspective. I can't afford to go into 2021 with the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to speak on that. That for all of those who are looking to grow and expand, I propose the question is, what does your vision look like? You know, how does it feel to see what you've got going, grow, and expand? How does it feel to, or do you even know what it feels like to have something that's grown and that is growing, you know, that is expanding, to be the father or the mother of something? What is your something? That's yours, that represents your identity, that is attached to your legacy. You know what I mean? Everybody deserves that. Um, and so with that vision requires a substantial amount of patience. So shout out to y'all, everybody on the Grizzy. I want to say you're doing good, but I also want to say keep on keeping on. And I also want to say, stay down, stay patient, stay humble, stay ready, stay prepared. Uh, because it's, if anything, the seven of coins represents the constant preparation uh, for when opportunities become multiplied and flourish into uh, what they're meant to manifest into. So, um, yeah, that's all I got to say, y'all. Daily tarot card. I'm gonna just be pulling these all the time, and then again, if you have got a reading from me, please leave that Yelp review, that Google review, and make sure that you let me know, and I can take off 50% off of this year outlook reading for you, and we can get to it and do it. All right. With much gratitude, thank y'all. I hope y'all having a wonderful Saturday, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right, peace.